Another seasonal here for summer 2024 with my dear friend Nokotan. This has been a series that it's had a spot on the channel since the first trailer dropped. Let me just say, the moment I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is the level of stupidity and humor that I need in my life, and I'm watching it regardless. And then especially as more and more people started posting things and I started seeing it a lot more on my Twitter and everything else, it came pretty clear in my mind that this was definitely going to be something that we put on the channel. And as more and more trailers have come out and more things have come out, it seems it's kind of memed its way all the way up to the top, and it had to be here. It had to be here. Why not? Now, I do know of, and I have seen all of the trailers and everything kind of leading up to this. Most of things, I might have not seen everything, but I think most of the things I have seen. I was trying, especially down as we were getting closer into the season, to avoid things more and more of it, just because I did have a fear that they would possibly put a lot of the funny, crazy moments and things into the trailers or into things that they may have released beforehand, and it kind of scared me that it might spoil a lot of the things, and then I just am not as surprised or whatever whenever it comes up. So I was definitely cautious of that, but we're still going to go into it, and we're still going to have a lot of fun regardless if maybe I've seen bits and bobs here and there. And especially as we just finished the series with Nichijou, I think sometime last month, this works really well, I think, as another series to bring in for everybody who's just kind of here for a good old laugh and trying to have some fun. Plus, it's always good to have one of those on the channel, I feel like, where we can just kind of lay back and I don't have to really worry about having these lengthy discussions, which we might. I don't know the contents of the story or anything that might be present here, but we don't really have to stress too much about it, and I don't have to fry my brain thinking about what certain things mean or whatever, and it just kind of gets presented to you, and we get it, and we have some fun, and that's what we're here for, right? In and out, nice and quick, and I think that'll be pretty great if that's really what we can get here. Now, I do have concerns, I would say, going into this due to the almost crazy rise of people just having these expectations for this, and even if they are more so joking, but the amount of people that I see assuming that this is going to be something really insane or really crazy and really just great, not saying that it can't be and not saying that it won't be, but more of I'm going to try and lower expectations a little bit for myself, because at the end of the day, I'm not expecting this to be the greatest gag humored series that I've ever seen, right? I'm just not. And if it is, I would be pleasantly surprised and really would enjoy that. But I do think if I go into it expecting it to be up there with something like Nichijou, which we just watched, it might kind of look a little bit worse next to it, but who really knows? So I'm just trying to lower expectations a little bit for myself going into it, and just hoping that we get something that we can get some laughs out of. And that's really it. However, despite me trying to keep my expectations fairly low, this is a series that is directed by the great Masahiko Ota, which, if you're not familiar with his work, here's a beautiful picture of the man. But this wonderful man has directed a lot and worked on a lot of different things, but specifically two of my favorite just cute girl comedy series, those being Love Lab and Gabriel Dropout, which are easily two of my favorites, and I absolutely adore both of them. So if I can trust anybody, if I can trust any man to take a manga about cute girls messing around and making it into some fun and really elevating the source material to something else, I think this is my guy. I think I can put the faith in him, and I'm expecting that. And from the little things that I've seen with the trailers, I think he figured out a good way, or at least him and the team that he's kind of put together, to work together here and create something really fun. So the expectations, sure, I guess could be a little bit more raised than my own part from that, but I just feel like if I trust anybody to be able to do it, this is my guy. I have to trust him. So we're going to go into this, and we're going to pray, and we're going to hope things are good. I don't know what Wit Studio is up to and their decisions to go in this route instead, but I can't say I'm angry, because it's creative and it's fun and it's different than what I feel like a lot of other people are doing. And that's what we're here for, right? That's what this industry's for. We're not here to just kind of live up to the expectations and the norms of what everybody else is expecting. And we're trying to divert these things and trying to show our own creative and uniqueness and be different. And I think that's awesome. And I'm very excited to see what we get into with our mixture of our 3D deers and just absolute chaos. So hopefully it is very fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully I enjoy. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe. You mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion. Leave your comments about this episode or series. Let's get going with episode 1 of My Dear Friend Nokotan.
今日も新選組大使のような無垢な笑顔で多摩川の流れを越えていく。
Beautiful day for it, too. The beauty. Hello. Already breaking through. Nice. Oh. Oh, Lord. Here we go. And then a banger. I love having them in the background, too. I just know she's going to be pure chaos and not going to have a clue that she's, like, not aware in the slightest. Oh, no, we're going to war, too. Oh, my God. You dear. The beautiful title screen as well. Nice. I do wonder if it's just a school full of, like, normal girls, and then we're just gonna meet one that's just not. Gotta uphold her graceful status. Yeah, so she's definitely gonna be perfect girl until we meet one girl who's not and completely throws everything out of whack. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. I was wrong. Which is what? Oh. Oh. Listen, Mikey's pretty cool. I get it. I get it. He's pretty dope. Oh, somebody's gonna know for sure. Well, these guys will. Bro, she's just hanging up there? Oh, she got stuck. She got stuck. Ugh. Drag her up there. She's observing. She's watching over everyone. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, she's diffy. So why does she have them? That's what I want to know. I want to know her origins. I need to understand those. What? Hey. Don't look away. There's a student in need. But you're also a leader, so you must save the others. You can't look bad. No, no. Yeah, come on. I'll tell everyone. I really don't have time for you. And you'll feel fucking guilty about it. You'll remember this. There you go. We love that. You have to live with this. I don't. You were already there. And we see right through. There, come on, look at me. You can smell it? Your detectors went off. The delinquent detector. Come on, get with it. Yeah, maybe you gotta get some new batteries or something. Maybe you're a little off. The god herself. Has she been to school like ever is also what I want. Or somehow they just let her come here. The music is so good. Such a badass entrance. They don't stop smiling. Always. I love when everybody just like acts like this is the norm and there's just one person who refuses to see it for that. What a beautiful name. Yeah. Perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. Right next to the other main character. Just be friendly towards her. Yeah, Mama's before disaster. Yeah, see, that was a... I hope the entire class was listening. That is appalled by that. Yeah. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You're all... Why are they here? Why are they in the class? Also, is she the only one who can see them? Like, what are... Wow. Would have never expected that. Instincts are never wrong. Yeah, kinda. That's what the pure uniform represents. Okay. This is a big moment. Yeah, they're interested too. I love just putting them in real images. Alright, well, you lost it with the rest of your class, but if you hold it to the rest of the school, it might be okay. Huh. She knows exactly what she's doing. Nice. Alright, she's adapting. Wow. Wow. Yeah, take this one. It'll just grow back. You can. Ugh. They look so gross when you you get up close. Also, wait, hold on. If they just come off like that, how did she not get down earlier? Yeah, you gotta... Let's be a little bit deluded for a little bit, come on. Only crackers. Yeah. She's looking really bad in front of her class now. Living up to the delinquent status. Yeah, they might play it off as a joke. Hold on, this is working. This is working. You're good. It actually is. I still don't get why she just didn't take her horns off earlier if she wanted this. Yeah. After that big display that you had earlier, I mean. Dragging me all the way here. Yeah, what a duo. It could be.
いいそうです。
It's actually a thing where she's not allowed to lie. Settle down. I will revert to my old ways. We're watching. No. I'll never be a normal girl. It's her first day and you're ruining it for her, and you're calling her names. What a fucking dick. Unreal. Yep. And you're just giving into it. Yeah, a piece of shit. Nah, fuck you. No, they're already off. Oh, so it's like normal girl now. Nah, I'm good. Just slipped. You seem to be the only one unbothered by blood here. How did that end up in... What's in the top of your head? Aw, look how cute. Yeah, but why were you cleaning up are the questions? Gonna end up in the worst situation. And now you spent your whole day here. But for what purpose, too? Ah, how sweet. That is true. Cleaning's a little tough to be that fun, though. The Deer Club. The what? Who decided all this? You just helped for no reason. Yeah, but what did the Deer Club do? Just keep praising her. She can't. She'll give in. Also, I love how they say nationals. Like, what the fuck? Who? That's what I want to know. Shouldn't the founder also probably be? Yeah. Oh, so we're taking care of you. Oh. That's honestly a great idea for a club for her. The Deer Club. The Deer Club. Get with it. Why are you so behind? Do we have to find recruits to join, though? Or are we just good? I like how they're all soft when she touches her there. Aw. Jealousy. Yep. It's part of the... I'm nervous her head's just gonna snap back. Ugh. This is an interesting ED for sure. I hope it's the whole way through, just this. It's definitely gonna be. The making of the crackers, nice. I love it. It's so stupid. I want to meet the green girl. Her design's really cute. This is what we do every day. We come to the club and we sing this. It's like our national anthem. The club anthem. Very fun. Good premiere. Has lots of memeable, catchy moments too. Things that'll kind of stick with you and you'll remember. And I think that's really all it's trying to accomplish. I think the marketing team and everybody else kind of involved with the promotion of this series did an excellent job at really kind of building it up for what it's going to be. And also the people behind it recognizing the vision of what they can utilize within the manga and what they could take to life here and create it into something maybe not the original author's intent, but maybe it actually is, but just bring it to life so much more. These are the type of things that we watch for, right? This is why we end up watching anime, which is let's take everything from the source material itself and elevate it to be something that it's not. That's why so many adaptions and stuff get such like bad reps, because they're so basic and generic and boring. It's like when you actually introduce something and you have the music that we got of her entrance walking into the classroom, right? Like that's so extra, but it's so good too. And you just add and utilize like everything to your fullest extent, and you can create something that's really special and really different, and that creates lasting impacts and memories and stuff upon other people. I think is such an important thing. You always hate to see whenever you have a manga or a novel or just whatever that gets adapted and they're cutting out information or they're changing things, but they're changing it like for the worse or whatever. It's like this feels like, I don't know the source material itself, but it feels like we're taking the actual source itself and we're just ramping it up and elevating it to give you an experience that you possibly can't get by reading this at all. And I think that's really the intention, and it's just done extremely well, taking from the formula much established of a very different amount of shows that go with really absurd comedy with very absurd humor and trying to mix it in, of course, with a bunch of different cute girls and deer, I guess, right? It makes for a really fun and energetic episode, I would say. And the series, likely as a whole, will probably fall into this formula. And I can't say I'm disappointed at all. It's basically what I was expecting to kind of get out of this. And they throw a lot of different things in there that I think work extremely well and allow for the comedy of it all to be very top notch. The inclusion of the CG deers, I think, is the real peak of this that's actually happening, because the random panning to it or randomly just having them blended in the background and like actually just being so like obvious and that's the intent of them really adds another layer to it. I think is excellent. On top of them just not being stupid at all and realizing, yeah, we can really play into this by making that the entirety of the ED, just getting an entire showcase of them. That's perfection. It does everything it needs to. It knows what it wants to do and it does it, and I think that's excellent. We're gonna check out some voice actresses before we go forward. Nokotan being Megami Han, which actually I was aware of, but in case any of you who were not aware, here is a list of the bunch of the things that she had a role in. That actually, this is a list of the things I've seen. Let me go by her actual full list. Here's a decent list of a bunch of the different characters and stuff that she's played. But yeah, I'm a big fan of her. She has a lot of range and can play a variety of different characters, and I really do appreciate the things that she does. The girl Koshi does not have nearly as many that I am familiar with. Let me sort it by that. Yeah, a couple. Nothing too crazy, but pretty cool regardless. I can't say I recognized either of the voices, I guess, going into this, although I was already aware that Megami Han was going to be involved as Nokotan. So that pretty cool, I think, anyways. So once again, like I said, very pleased, I think. Some of the sequences and stuff I think would have worked a little better for timing purposes for me had I not seen like the trailers and stuff, right? Like had I not been aware that at one point she's going to be able to take her head off, right, and just remove it like that. Had I not been aware that there's going to be all these CG deers kind of blended in already, right? Had I not been aware that we were going to have the moment that she walks through the classroom and blood's going to be everywhere from people, like all those things were within them, which is what I talked about at the beginning, where I was like, let's try and hold ourselves back, or I was trying to tell to myself, because if I could watch, like, say the last trailer that they revealed or anything of the information that came out maybe in the last like month or so, I probably would have been spoiled on so many more things, and I want to not keep it as fresh in my mind knowing that I was going to go into and actually end up watching this on the channel. So trying to avoid that. However, I don't really recall or remember anything outside of those. I just remember her taking it off and walking in the classroom, and then the deers. Those were like the three big things I think I really remembered. So for the most part, probably everything that's going to come after this will probably feel very fresh, unless it's just repetition of utilizing the same exact jokes and stuff, which I think is good, because I don't actually know or remember of seeing anything regarding any of the characters, the other characters and stuff that are going to come involved too. So I am really curious what else they have in store for us, but if there will be other things that I'm like, oh wait, I think I did see that before, or if everything's going to be completely unique from here on forward. So I'm very excited, I think, to see more and actually get into that. We don't follow too complex or anything of a story. There's really doesn't seem to be anything that's built up that I'm gonna have to dive into. And even, I mean, shows like Nichijou, for example, I think I went into the first episode expecting that and came out of it having something I really wanted to latch onto and speak on, which by the end fully kind of came to life. And I was very pleased by that, to see kind of the background progression within a such a gag humor type of series that I was interested in there. I don't know if that's gonna necessarily be present here, which isn't the worst thing at all. That doesn't have to happen, and we can just do this for 12 episodes. I don't care, but it is just worth noting, because a majority of the discussions and things that we have are gonna probably be relatively short, with probably not much for me to grasp onto or really want to go into and talk about, although like 95% of you don't even watch them, so it doesn't matter. It's more so for the few of you who do stick around. We'll go through the episode and talk about some stuff. We don't go hyper like really detailed on a lot of the things, but we do it in such a vibrant way that it does really look pretty quality, and I'm not angry at all about it. We set up, here's your lovely girl who's trying her absolute hardest to make her life at school look like she's something that she's not at all, or that she's trying to get away from, I guess, however you want to end up taking that. And now things aren't going to really go that way, as you look up and the sky's not looking the greatest. Basically something's about to happen. We get the OP, which I'm pretty sure anybody who is going into the show did not see this just for the first time here. It's been absolutely everywhere, and it's catchy as hell, and it's extremely fun and very energetic, with so many different moments and things kind of thrown into it. So it's pretty cool, right? She's lovely, she's pure and everything, but instead she's a big fan of Mikey and took inspiration from him and Tokyo Revengers, and decided, yeah, let's fuck around and become a delinquent ourselves, which is just great, until we end up seeing a girl hanging herself. Also, I didn't note, but the breaking the wall and like actually talking to us as viewers at the beginning, and then talking about, no, what is this? We got a late night time slot. We can't actually have a suicide or something on at this time. And I think all that stuff works really well, and it's extremely funny. This is even funnier to me, that she's just hanging up here like this, and that she needs help in the way that she kind of like utilizes, like, I'm gonna fucking, or you're gonna have to deal with this for the rest of your life if there's a girl who gets electrocuted and stuck up here, as opposed to her just removing them. Now, unless I'm misunderstanding, she could have just removed them, but if she did, she would have electrocuted herself. I don't think that would have happened, but it's just funnier to me that she calls her out on this shit, as opposed to just taking them off and getting herself down. Also, just like the complete randomness that comes with this entire opening sequence, right? Just the fucking snot coming from her nose and going all the way, like all the way over and connecting to her is absolutely insane. The I just woke up and actually I was already here. The I'm not trying to kill myself or anything. And then I wait, I thought that you're a male. Like all these things packed into one little joke. I think is extremely well done. All the other animals and stuff kind of coming about, having that understanding already of who you are and what your past actually is, I think is so good. The fact she has sensors and everything too. Like she sniffed her out. She could sniff out her past and she could tell, but also she has a sensor that can detect so many things too. It's just like, what the fuck are you? What are these things? And none of that's ever going to get answered too, right? We're just going to constantly go along with it so that you can keep doing the most absurd things and just adding random things to her if you want. She breaks through the classroom because of course she can't get through. I love just slow-mo of her walking in as everybody just bleeding. And they do such an excellent job. It's so on point. Right, it's so self-aware too of like, yeah, this is a condition or a typical trope and things that you're gonna run into, but it's just so on point of everybody's just smiling and they're so excited until the moment that delinquent gets mentioned. They're like, wait, what the fuck? And they all turn, and these are like such good moments of just panning to the deers and having them be like engaged, almost like they're like us in this. I think is so good. And how they interact like everybody else. The mid-roll is really fun, and I'm excited that that's there. And I really like the swipes across screens to transition between different moments and stuff too. By utilizing the deers and everything is great. So I guess they're not only visible or seen to her, because we see all the other people like feeding them, unless this is just supposed to be like not on the school itself, but just in general, they're showcasing that. She's a complete disaster. Both of them in their relationship just makes for not being able to understand anybody or anything either, taking off both of the horns too. And then this, why are you acting like I'm extorting you, as everybody else is kind of like looking on, remembering the past of who she actually says that, or actually was just called out for possibly being, and then realizing that they might actually just be friends, and she might have saved herself a little bit along the way. She takes it out on her while having the deer in the background. It's so good. Until we find out I might not actually be a normal girl and being completely destroyed by it. I might be scum. I might be the worst of the worst. No, okay, we're good. I'm good. I look fine now. So fucking stupid. Stabbing herself. The face change is so good here. I don't even know how this happened. I guess she just slipped and broke it off and it slapped her on top of the head or something, bleeding completely, but so excited. Once again, we're in a world where this is the only person who's normal. Everybody else is not. And I think that's so fun. Makes her clean up this entire room until we end up finding out it's the creation of the Deer Club. Like, not telling her the reasons or anything and then easily being able to convince her, forcing her to be the club president due to the fact that we're just going to be taken care of by whoever the president or other members might be, is so good. And having to brush her until we meet a new girl who will probably introduce herself, who is scary as fuck, but she might not actually be when we get to know her. Maybe just her lurking kind of comes off and gives off that vibe. I don't really know. The ED of just the montage of the deers is so good while they're all walking underneath. I'm excited to meet the green girl. Like I said, I like her design. I think it looks really cute, and I'm excited for that. I am very excited for more, though. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. If you liked it, like and subscribe to me. Lots of me. Feel free to check out the videos and channel and comment to this particular series. I'll be back for episode 2 next week. It was a great one. Peace.